Hey Virgo, hey, how you feeling? Welcome to the channel. Welcome back, Virgo. If you are returning, I am Shauna, and this is your highest good tarot. And we are some folks here who are uh, striving to grow and elevate towards our higher selves, evolve towards our highest potential, towards the divine Virgo, whichever applies to you. Today is no different because we are talking about your financial focus for 2026. If you're watching this in real time, this is December, and it's that time, right? Like, especially if you're trying to, come up on that money, you know what I'm saying? Come up on that abundance, come up on that legacy. And a lot of times we have a tendency to separate our spirituality from our abundance, but they are not separate. And that is what I implore you to open your heart and your mind to, Virgo, because spirit is not coming at you with the same old, I won't say same old, coming at you with the status quo. This is some old, like some some different type shit. So please keep your heart open and your mind. And with that said, Virgo, this message is not for everybody. Take it as it resonates. And just to give you a heads up, we're about to get started. This is, you know what? I'll just get started and talk to you while I shuffle. You know what I'm saying? Because you came here for a reason. What is Virgo's financial focus, spirit, for 2026? Virgo's financial focus. Y'all saw the card, and I'm gonna show you what it is. But just to give you an example, for the previous zodiac, spirit basically told them that it is time to step outside, to step out their comfort zone, which even means cultivating that relationship with their higher selves, with the divine, you know what I'm saying, with the universe, in order to grow into that abundance. But yours, Virgo, is nugget. Nugget. Ooh, some of y'all are ready for a new start, starting all over, and it's important. Everybody doesn't um get those huge windfalls. Some people have to work bit by bit, and that's what spirit is saying, that you focus on. We know, Virgo, you got big dreams. You got things you want to do. It's those small increases that build. It's that one grain of sand that creates, yeah, big ass doom. you know it's how that works. So it's those small increases that bring you closer to the abundance. It's those the accumulation, if I'll say that word right, of the small increases that create that steady progress. And sometimes you have to start over, wipe the slate clean. At the bottom of the deck, we have sword, because some of you have had money conflicts, had to cut corners, but a lot of you will be soon, or may have already entered a space of breakthrough, where things are starting to shift for you, because maybe your your previous job ended and you've had to do other things to make sure that that money is coming in. It's the small steps, it's a small increase. And maybe that job ended. What I'm getting here is, for some of you, things ended because you weren't supposed to be there any longer anyway. It was time, it had been time to go. And the universe, God, your benevolent ancestors, whoever it is you lean into, was like, all right, you not gonna move, we gonna move you. Fresh start. Let's clarify nugget, please. Can we clarify this small increase? Building the small increases and starting fresh. All right. Ooh, fresh start. Fresh start with this Ace of Cups. Thank you, Spirit. And not only that, that Ace of Cups, you see what the divine, what your higher self is dropping into that cup. So it'll be an overflow. What else do we have here, Spirit? Nine of Cups. We talking about wishes fulfilled, one cup at a time. You got to build it though, right? Justice. I don't know if I need to say anything else, but I will. But I will. Bottom of the deck, we have the Seven of Cups. Um, a lot of you are searching, for purpose. That's where the Seven of Cups is coming in. Some of you already, you have choices, and it's difficult to make a decision. And regardless of which one applies to you, when it with the Seven of Cups, it is essential that your spirituality has a seat at the table when it comes to your search for purpose, when it comes to you making a decision on the different choices, the different options that you have. Yeah. But going back to the spread here, again, the Ace of Cups, look, you getting this clean slate. So you can, have a fulfilling life. Not everybody makes money from their life's purpose, and that is okay. It doesn't mean that you won't get the provisions and that you won't get the increase and that you won't get the wish fulfillment. However, things have to happen one step at a time. We can't tackle, you know, a mountain with our bare hands and make it move, but we can knock it down pebble by pebble and make it smaller to handle. We don't see people eating whole large pizzas. Well, I'm not saying that they can't, but you can kill it piece by piece. And that's what this is talking about. With the Nine of Cups, you can have exactly what you want. All these cups are different sizes. She only has two hands, you know? One cup at a time to bring that balance, to bring that harmony, that peace. But with that, you also have to have that balance in your life of of decision making, of you and your higher self, you and the universe, you and the divine. That's what that's about. There are some things that we just don't obtain on our own. And when we realize that there are things at work that are beyond ourselves, and we start to hone in and leverage and become consistent in having gratitude for the assistance, for the leg up. for the help. That's when real shit happens. This increase here, thank you, Spirit. This increase here, this is the Ace of Cups. That's all about spirituality. That's all about, your intuition. And then Justice has that sword. That's about that mind. That's about the intelligence and seeing the truth. But there's balance in both. Yeah. I forgot where I was going with this next. You just clarified. Now we have to get the advice. What's the advice? Advice for Virgo. That's me looking at my notes right beside me, y'all. What's the advice for Virgo? Virgo, you still with me? Go ahead, like, share, subscribe. I'm trying to tell you. This is on some old different type level shit. Ooh, Six of Swords. Six of Swords. Hmm. With this clean slate and this fresh start, we have to leave old ways of thinking behind. You can't take new shit, or you shouldn't take new shit, new things into old things into some new shit. We learn lessons, and with those lessons, it is it's hopeful that we become wiser and do things differently than we've done before. At the bottom of the deck, this is some new stuff, new shit. Old ways are leave the old shit. Things are ending. New start. And with that, new ways of thinking, elevated thinking. And not just that, with this Six of Swords, it's not just you being pushed into, harmony. Not It's not just you being taken into a life of stability. It is you being pushed and taken into safety by the divine, by your benevolent ancestors, the universe, or your higher self. Whichever applies to you. You the one that's sitting in front. They're steering. But this harmony only comes when you work and cultivate that relationship with them. Yeah. Exciting. I'm excited for you. So let's get into what potential challenges there may be. What are the potential challenges for Virgo regarding their financial focus for 2026? Potential challenges for Virgo, please. Yeah, Virgo. Personal readings are open. So if you would like one, there is a link in the description box below that lets you know how to get a pre-recorded reading, but you can also shoot me an email and I can tell you about other options if that's not what you want to do. Okay. So we have the Queen of Cups. And we have the Two of Cups as potential challenges for you. At the bottom of the deck, Two of Pentacles. Mm. One thing that I would hear a lot growing up, I'm Southern, you know, pre COVID, buffets everywhere. And I mean, you can still find buffets around here. But one thing that I would hear growing up as a chunky, chubby ass child, I was cute though. Um, I was cute. I'm cute regardless. I'm fine. Like, this ain't about me, Virgo. Hmm. That's that Leo coming out, y'all. Let me turn her down. Let me but is that, my eyes are bigger than my stomach. And that is what is going on here with this Two of Pentacles, wanting to do the most, take on too much, because your heart wants to do more with this challenge that's coming, um, with this task that you have. You want to do more. So getting in over your head as opposed to cultivating the relationship with your spirit team or the universe, um, whomever it is that you lean into. Because this is a divine meeting, you know? And you have to nurture that relationship. So it's important to ensure that the progress is steady. You're intentional, sincere, and consistent. Because this is all about balance. It's showing up here multiple times. It's all about balance. What else for Virgo do they need to know? And then we'll get a final message here. Final financial message. Ooh, this looks promising. We have the Ten of Pentacles. Oh, girl. We have the Seven of Swords. Ten of Pentacles and the Seven of Swords. Bottom of the deck is the Five of Cups. Spirit is really honing in and trying to hammer in that old ways have to be left where they are. It may even mean, not just old behaviors and ways of thinking, but also people and places, because everybody is not supposed to go with you, Virgo. I know some Virgos that, they want to take care make sure everybody's taken care of, but not everybody is supposed to be with you all all the way where you're supposed to go. This is about building that legacy that you want, but being strategic about it. The legacy that you want, Virgo, the success, is not going to involve everybody in your friend group, in your family group. And it's important that you keep your business to yourself. Be stealthy. Move in silence. You may want to tell people, you may want to share, but everybody doesn't need to know what your plan is, because spirit, uh your benevolent ancestors, the universe is trying to take you somewhere, and it's not everybody's business. All the energies is not supposed to be in this. Some of them may be able to benefit from the work that you're doing. Some may not, but everybody is not supposed to know. Your stability is going to be built on your silence. Your stability is going to be built on your silence. And there's some powerful moves in solitude, powerful moves made in silence, too. What else? Final message here for Virgo regarding their financial focus for 2026. Schedule or schedule. Schedule. It says most forms of prosperity require time and effort to manifest. Do you have room in your schedule for the abundance you are wanting to attract? Didn't we talk about a fresh start? That fresh start includes, wiping that schedule. Like, get that shit off of there. That old shit that you had up there. You ain't going to that appointment. They ain't got no money for you. They don't have that abundance you looking for. What else for Virgo? What else for Virgo, please? Regarding their financial focus. It includes making time to spend time in that solitude with your intuition, growing your relationship, and cultivating that relationship with your spirit team, with the universe. Mm. What else for Virgo, please? Reckless, reckless. Uncontrolled spending habits and impulsive purchases are making your financial journey harder than it has to be. That's for whomever it's for. If that ain't for you, then it don't apply to you. All right, at the bottom of the deck, though, I'm sure it's for everybody. Financial freedom. It says when you are financially free, your lack of money no longer defines the limitations of your life. I'll say it one more time. It'll hit you when you get home. When you are financially free, Virgo, your lack of money no longer defines the limitations of your life. I hope this helps. Is that it, Spirit? That's all. When you said all you know, Virgo, it's time to go.